What up, guys? It's Pete from the Boat Breakers. Sorry for screaming. I'm just a little excited. Today, this video is going to be about my 2022 cruise on the Carnival Legend, some of the things that I liked and some of the things that I didn't like. So let's get into it. Also, two quick things before we get started. Me and Kyle, appreciate every one of you guys. We're coming up on 600 subs. If you're new to the channel, we really appreciate you guys subbing. If you're not subbed to the channel and you find anything in this video helpful, or you just think I'm pretty handsome, give this video a thumbs up. It helps the YouTube algorithm. I know every YouTuber says this, but it does. And number two is, I don't want to really bore you guys, so this could easily be a 30-minute video, but let's just get into my top 3 favorite things and my top 3 least favorite things about this ship. Okay, so here it goes. I'm going to ask you, do you want the good news first or the bad news first? And you're going to say, give us the bad news, Pete. You want the good news first or you want the bad news first? Or you want me to be more corny than I already am? Got it. I'll start off with the bad news. So it's not really bad news. It's just things personal to me that I felt that could have been better or on other ships do better. So first off is the cleanliness of the ship. Now, this could be because the ship's a little bit older and there's stains places, and you know, the shower and the bathroom is starting to get discolored because of it was renovated a little while back, a couple of years ago. But the cleanliness, and this wasn't because of the staff or anything, I just think it's the age of the boat. You could see some of the carpet coming up. You could see a lot of things wrong with the boat, okay? So that's the first thing that kind of bothered me on the boat. And that, I think, again, that could have been due to the age of the boat. Another thing that kind of felt dirty to me, besides the staterooms, when we were eating, the silverware, the glasses, the plates, they kind of felt like old, and there's a lot of blemishes on them. And, you know, again, going with, you know, how old the ship is and how many times those plates have been, silverware has been cleaned, I don't think that's something that they can help. It just is kind of what it is. So that, the staterooms. Other than that, I think, the chairs. The chairs are also a little outdated and kind of ripped and browning and such. Second, kind of going off of cleanliness, the ship definitely needs to be updated. Even though it was updated in 2018 with a couple of the bars, I think the Alchemy bar was added, Guy's Burgers was added, it still felt quite old. Like, it felt like I was in my great-grandmother's house with the chandeliers and the wallpaper, and you get that feeling as soon as you get on the boat. And along with that, you get all of like the things that are kind of rotting on the ship, and like the wood that looks like it's been stained 1 million times and cleaned 1 million times. So the boat felt old. The theater, the things that you were sitting on, like some of the tables were like cracked. The chairs kind of like look worn in, like if you get into an older car. Again, like I said, the update in 2018, they came in, they did a couple bars. You know, they're not going to change every cushion on the ship. That's just not cost effective. But yeah, it had an older feeling, you know. So yeah, that definitely was something that I wasn't used to, because coming off the Mardi Gras and the Horizon and the newer ships, this one felt like a blast in the past. The last thing, and the most important thing to me, because of, you know, I missed this, I booked for me, Mike, and Danny an obstructed balcony, not really thinking about it, and it wasn't bad. I mean, the balcony itself looked dirty. It had sand on it. The glass was like really dirty. And then right outside the balcony was a lifeboat. And that was fine too. You know, we couldn't see directly into the ocean and this and that. But the thing that bothered me the most was every morning at 9 a.m. on the dot, we'd start hearing banging. It was like dink, dink. Like we were sleeping next to a railroad that was being built, because they would be fixing the 2 lifeboats that were right in front of us. So unfortunate timing for all this, but I felt like, you know, if the cruise keeps cruising back to back to back to back, this is just some of the maintenance that they have to do while they're cruising. And unfortunately, you know, I drew the short straw here. So I mean, it was like an alarm. It got us out of bed. I got up kind of grumpy a couple times, and you could see in some of the vlogs that, but it is what it is, right? Okay, now for some of the fun things, some of the things I enjoyed most, some of my favorite things on the boat that I would do again and again and again. Starting off with the steakhouse. Now, this isn't the Legend specific. It's just something I've cruised. I'm a platinum cruiser on Carnival. It's something I just never tried before, and the steakhouse was delicious. It is in one of our vlogs. If you want to check that out, I'll link it in the description. We have a whole playlist for the Carnival Legend, so if you want to take a look at that, I'd be grateful. And the steakhouse was just amazing. I had the cowboy steak. It was built in the funnel with the glass, so that was kind of cool. We ate there. It was cheap. I think it was like $45 if you book ahead of time. We had like a 3 or 4 course meal. I don't remember, but the meal was excellent. There wasn't too many people in there at all. There was like 3 or 4 other tables besides us. But yeah, I had a really, really good time at the steakhouse, and I highly recommend that you go check the steakhouse out too. The second thing that I love most about this ship, and I haven't seen it on another ship, is the 2-story, coming in the number 2 spot. Okay, I'll stop. Is the dance club. It was cool. There was a dance floor where you go in on the first level. Nice big dance floor, really, really nice. It had Medusa pictures everywhere, and it was Medusa themed. And then it had a lounge area where you can sit and hang out. And there was bar staff that would come down the stairs, spiral staircase down, and you would be able to hang out or dance and order drinks. And then there was a nice big bar at the top, and then there was actually an overlooking around the whole club where you could stay on top and overlook the dance floor if you want to just hang out and chat upstairs where the music isn't as loud. But it was a very nice nightclub. Oh, actually, I was wrong. You come in on the top now that I think about it, and then you go down. There's no way to get out on the bottom. Not that I remember of. But yes, the dance club is definitely the second favorite thing on the ship, and I was there every night, and we were partying every night, and it was just cool. It was a cool touch. We went on the Horizon a couple years back. They didn't even have a dance club. They did the comedy club, makeshift, brought out a 6-foot folding table, served drinks on there. It was really weird. I don't know. And number 3, one thing that I found very interesting about the ship is it had 2 pool areas. It had the pool area with Guy Fieri's burgers and the tacos. Forgive me, I forget the name. And then smushed in the middle was a DJ booth, and that pool and jacuzzi had music. It had the entertainment. They would move the chairs out, dance floor over there. And it was just kind of like lively. They had the bar staff running around over there. But the other pool, if you go through and you see the other pool, was no music. It was more low-key. People were reading over there. There was a smoking section over there. It was very quiet. People were playing cards. People were sunbathing. Almost like Serenity, but not Serenity. It was just another pool area. So I thought that was interesting. Depending on how you felt that day, did you want to be left alone or did you want to get in on some of the games? You can kind of pick and choose. So that was really interesting. Lastly, this is not a good thing or a bad thing. I just like to throw this in the mix. I'd like to mention that with the newer ships, there's a lot more to do as far as shopping, eating, entertainment, and amenities. Whereas the older ships really rely on the shows and the entertainment staff. Personally, I'm a fan of both. I like to dance around. I like to get involved, play some tic-tac-toe, get in the cornhole games, on the smaller ships. And then on the bigger ships, I also loved watching the new Avengers movie on the IMAX theater right on the ship, on the Horizon. So kind of depending on what person you are, there's a lot more to do on the bigger ships now, obviously. They're bigger, there's more shopping, more everything. And then the smaller ships is more like you rely on your social aspect of meeting people and playing games and such. So I just thought I would throw that in the mix, so you kind of have an idea. I can't really think of anything else off the top of my head right now, so that'll be it for the video. Hopefully this review has helped you. And if I missed anything, definitely let me know in the comments if there was something you liked or disliked on this ship. But for now, that'll be all, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.